Welcome you guys to another live episode of the Kickback Network with your boy Cuddy J. And let's just go ahead and dive right into it, man. Uh, been watching the documentary, The Rise and Fall of Nature Boy in the Carbonation. The Carbonation. It's a long documentary on YouTube. It's like 50 some parts on it. I've been watching it. I'm at the 42nd part of this documentary, and right now they have him in. He's in. He's in court right now doing trial. So very interesting documentary. I never. Well, I'm not gonna say I never. The thing about this documentary is that the guy himself, Eligio Bishop, Nature Boy. I came across his interview years ago back on Netta's channel on YouTube. Didn't really pay attention to who he was. Uh, as I started watching the documentary, I started seeing clips of the documentary when they had him on Instagram, and which reminded me during the pandemic, I'll be on Instagram and I'll come across his page and I'll see certain videos, but I didn't know what was going on, so I just skimmed right through it. And Lord, man, get some people tapping up in here, man. We talking about Nature Boy, man, the rise and fall of Nature Boy and the Carbonation, man. How this guy had his coat that he was running. I guess it was a coat at first. At first, it didn't seem like it was a coat. It seemed like it was a bunch of people that wanted to just get out of the United States and get into the jungle, the nature. I think he got beside himself as time went on. He went from being I say a guy that's trying to teach them knowledge into a guy that's treating them like his slaves. He had 5 wives and he had males under his I'm gonna say corporation, I guess, or coat, I should say. And those guys was once friends with him, and they turned into serpents. The guy had women that he was married to. He had 5 different wives, and when he wanted to get rid of one of them, he'll get rid of one of them and give them to one of his servants. If he want to take one of his servants' wives, he'll take one of his servants' wives. One of the crazy, crazy, crazy documentary, man. I watched a lot of documentaries about coats, uh, but I never seen one like this, man. Never seen one like this. Anybody watch the Nature Boy documentary? Has anybody watched the Nature Boy documentary? Tell me what's happening with it, baby. What's happening with it? I've been watching the Nature Boy, the rise, the rise and fall of the Nature Boy documentary, man. I've been watching that for the last 2 days. I started watching it yesterday morning around about 10. I watched it all day. It's about part 20 something. Then I started it today at 10 o'clock. Now I'm on part 42 where he's in trial. Interesting documentary, guys. I need people to tap in that have anybody watched the documentary on YouTube, The Rise and Fall of Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop. I guess it was a special on Hulu. Somehow it came across on YouTube. I've been trying to watch it for the last 2-3 weeks because everybody been talking about it on Facebook. Even other bloggers been talking about it. I finally ran across it on YouTube, man, and I've been stuck on it ever since. That's what's up. That's what's up, there, Miss Tammy. Oh, I'm glad you watched it. Lizzie said, "Friends, enemy." Well, I don't know what the hell that means. Let me look at your channel though, the way I can see who I'm talking to. I don't want to start the show off too disrespectful. And this a little girl, by the way, so damn. Okay, Lisa, I'm not Lisa, Tammy. I'm glad you watched it, man. I got somebody in here to say they watched it. So Tammy, tell me what you think about the rise and fall of the Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop. Yeah, it's been in my radar for the last 2 weeks. I just never had a chance to get to it because I couldn't find it. I finally found it yesterday. I found it yesterday. Uh, Eligio Bishop was born in 1982 in Harlem, New York. um, to a family that was I think one was on. Oh damn! I hate them damn flies. I left the door open, man, because I was grilling. You know what I'm saying? That flies are all in here. But yeah, he was born in Harlem, and I guess him and his brother ended up in the foster care, and it turned out to be a look, you know, a smart kid. You know, he ended up moving to Atlanta, had his own barber shop. Uh, it seemed like he was very talented. He was a male model. He was a stripper. He has an interesting story. You know, they say he dated transgenders. So I guess it's okay for me to say transgenders. And then he finally came to a conclusion where he wanted to just move into nature, and he started doing these live videos on Instagram, and ended up creating a bunch of followers. When I say followers, just not on Instagram, people actually wanted to go to where he was at and live in the woods, in the jungle. Uh, my whole thing watching the documentary, I was wondering how they kept all that. They had to have a lot of money, man. They was living in some of the nicest Airbnbs over there. They had motorcycles, they had laptops, computers, cell phones. They had trucks, cars, everything you could name it, clothes, jewelry. Um, so I was out throughout the whole entire documentary. I'm sitting there wondering, how the hell they coming up with this money? How did they living better than they out there in the woods in Costa Rica, in Honduras, in Mexico, where in Belize, wherever they, Panama City, they over there living in the jungle better than people are living over here in the United States. Time was happening with it, man. Welcome to the Kickback Network time, man. We talking about the documentary, man, The Rise and Fall of the Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop. Anybody from Atlanta, Georgia up in here, man? Anybody from Harlem, man? Because these cities, you know, I know they have, I know Atlanta, Georgia should be talking about this right here because it took place mostly in Atlanta during the trial. And the fact that he lived in Atlanta, and that's where it all started at from the time he wanted to start a cult, even though he was born in Harlem, it all started in Atlanta where he was like, okay, I want to move away from the United States, Babylon, in other words. Uh, I tell you what, I'm fixing to get this motherfucker right here. He fixing to get it. Oh, he fixing to get it. He fucking up my mojo guy, that damn fuck. Yeah, he's from Harlem, New York. Yeah, he's from Harlem, New York. He's born in 1982. He moved to Atlanta, Georgia. As he got older, he started cutting hair. First, he was a male model and stripper. Then he started a business plan with a guy that gave him $25,000 to start his barber shop, which was successful as well. Uh, the thing about, and Tom, I'm glad you said that bed bugs. Those no bed bugs, man. These are flies. This is a fly that I'm swiping at. No bed bugs. But yeah, man. Yeah, I came across this guy, man, back in 2017. 2017, he was on the Side Netter channel. It really was Young Pharaoh's interview, and they brought the interview up on the documentary. They would revive my mind to who this guy was. 2017, I'm watching the Side Netter YouTube channel where he's interviewing Young Pharaoh, and it's supposed to be Young Pharaoh's interview, but that guy ended up getting the microphone and started talking, and that's how he got himself known, his presence. Uh, Very intelligent guy. I just don't know if I can have anybody try to lead me to anywhere, man. Kick back, the brother was a hustler and all of them. Yeah, he was a cut. Yeah, yeah, understandable. Yeah, I know all that. I got the sources, the resources. I'm aware of everything about him being a hustler in New York, man. He was selling weed and cutting hair, all of that right there. He had a lot of things going on. He was connected to a lot of people. Now I'm not from Harlem, man. I just know the story. Like I said, I've been watching the documentary, and I was aware that he was from Harlem when he was on the Side Netter YouTube channel back in 2017. His brother, him and his brother was always in moving from foster home to foster home, and they split him up, and then they brought him back together, and then he ended up going to Atlanta, started his thing there, and boom, it just blew up from there. Now I can say, as I started watching the documentary, him not having a mom and dad, being raised in a foster home and being tossed around foster homes throughout his childhood, plays a big part in how he was dealing with people, especially how he was dealing with the women and how he was dealing with the men. Uh, that played a big part of him starting to be the man that he became, because like I said, in the beginning of the documentary, the first 10 episodes, he seemed like a regular guy that's, on some positive shit, just trying to, keep everybody healthy and give them knowledge. And as you can see, he's losing weight. Everybody's losing weight throughout the whole process, the whole part of the documentary. You'll see everybody's coming over there losing weight because he had them on some strict diet where they weren't able to eat certain things. Hey, D Hoes, I'm talking about the rise and fall of Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop. It's a documentary that's on YouTube. I guess it's coming through Hulu, but it's on YouTube. Eligio Bishop is from Harlem, New York, born in 1982. Ended up moving to Atlanta. After, jumping from foster home to foster home. Became a barber after his modeling career, and I guess he was a stripper at one time at a gay club. He's known for sleeping with transgenders. He started a cult when he first went out to Mexico. Well, he wanted to go to Africa. Then he ended up going to Mexico. Then they went to Costa Rica first. And then he went back to the United States. Then he came down to Mexico. They tried to go to Honduras. They got kicked out of Honduras. They went back to Texas, and then they came back and they went to Belize at first, and then they ended up getting ran to Panama City. So the whole time I'm watching the documentary, there's two things I'm saying. I can't believe they have that many black women in one household and nobody ain't had a fight yet. I was saying that through the whole entire documentary up until like the 12th episode, 13th. Now I'm gonna say the 20th episode. And I also was saying, where they getting this money from? Where the hell are they getting this money from? Tom said he remember when he was in New York, he was in Harlem trying to get in the Apollo with this little kickback shorty. Yeah. And the girl pointed him out to me. And that was, okay. Well, he definitely was in New York around by 2014. I don't think he ended up going to Atlanta until around about. As they give you the story, I don't think he ended up going to Atlanta until around about like 2015 or 16 or some shit like that. Yeah, it's on YouTube now. See, I thought it was. I was trying to watch it 2 weeks ago. I got it paused right now. I'm on part 42. I stopped pausing because I said I wanted to do my show and talk about it, and I didn't want this. I know it's about 8 more parts to it. Uh, yeah, it was presented on Hulu, and I couldn't find it. I tried to look at it on my look for it on my free movie app thing I got. Couldn't find it, and yesterday I'm strolling through. Yesterday morning I'm strolling through YouTube, and it popped up, and bam, I've been watching it ever since. Yeah, I've been watching it ever since, man. It's a good documentary. I'm on part 42 right now. I said, there's no way I'm going to be able to finish the documentary and then do the show tonight. But I wanted to touch on the documentary. And I got it on pause right now because I see I got a long way to go with the case right now because right now he's in trial. Shout out to the Raiders then. Shout out to the Raiders. It's time to smoke. Shout out to Camo. You know my Camos. I got the green apple flavor. I'll take out my new sweater right here, man. You like that sweater shit? That big player, Got the sweater coming in. I thought somebody could sound like somebody got their window bust out there, man. I thought it was my car. I was about to flip out. Shit. Hey, D House. The name of the documentary is The Rise and Fall of Nature Boy Eligio Bishop. D House. Yeah, Raider Nation, Kansas City. You know what? With that division, though, I know y'all want to talk about football. I see y'all see I'm a Niners fan, so y'all want to talk about football. Okay. Yeah, man, the Raiders. You know, you got Denver, you got the Chargers, and you got the Chiefs. That's a hard division right there, man. So I don't know. Somebody's not gonna have a good season, man, in that division. So I don't see Denver's on the rise. It look like the Chargers are getting better with the coach Jim Harbaugh. I don't think Mahomes is coming back until like week 8. So I don't think the Raiders going. They don't got enough firepower. You know what I'm saying? They don't have enough defense. You know, to do anything. And they offense, you know, I think a little bit better now. They got a quarterback. They got a running back that's going to be good. They got a great tight end. But they don't have no defense. The Raiders quarterback is Kirk Cousins. They signed him over in the offseason. They also got the number 1 draft pick, Mendoza, out of Indiana. But the Raiders quarterback is Kirk Cousins. Uh, eh, he's nobody to be threatened by. He's not no threat or nothing, to be honest. You know, back about when he was with Minnesota, he was all right. You know, he didn't do nothing with Washington. He had one good season with Washington. That's because Shanahan was his coach. He went to Minnesota, had a couple of good seasons. He got hurt. Got the big deal in Atlanta. Didn't really do nothing, you know, after they got a quarterback, you know, Penix. And now he's a Raider. It's like going to Cleveland. You don't know what you're gonna get. Who was we? You say that we played the 49ers twice. How y'all play the 49ers twice? You must play us you must play us in the preseasons and play us in the regular season because the Niners and Raiders don't play each other twice in the regular season. It's not a such thing. Not a such thing. We must play y'all in preseason and we play y'all the regular season. You think the game Mahomes will be back by game 3? They say Kittle will be back by week 1. But guys, back to the documentary, guys. Back to the documentary. The Rise and Fall of Nature Boy. Eligio Bishop. Let's get back to that documentary. You guys can tap in and talk to y'all seeing that. If you're not aware of the documentary, man, just sit back and listen, man. We'll get to the sports talk in a minute as we get further into the show, man. But the main headliner of tonight's show is we talking about the rise and fall of Nature Boy Eligio Bishop. We're gonna talk about how he lost the rise of it and how he lost control of his coach. Now, when he started calling them out their names and started, you know, emotionally and mentally abusing them and verbally abusing them and started painting his face and all that right there and changing his name, that's when he started going downhill with it. I mean, he believed in polygamy. He wanted to have more than one woman. Um, I thought it was foul how he was tossing the women around, telling the women, "Hey, you got to break up with this guy. Y'all can't be together no more. You're gonna be with me. She's gonna be with him." I just couldn't do that. I probably would have been stepped up and said, "Hell no, nigga, let's go ahead and fight. We ain't gonna be. Now, I respect your mind, I respect your knowledge, but you ain't gonna be ruling me and telling me who I should be with and who should be with me or whatever. Hell no, it's not gonna happen like that. Let's run the lights up, guys." Check out the little. I like my little sweater I got, man, with the album on there, represent a little hip hop. Shout out to my moderators for tapping in tonight. Tom, Tammy. Who else we got in here? I thought I seen somebody else. Make sure I ain't missed nobody else. I know some of y'all like to tap in and tap out real quick. Y'all to tap in and y'all to tap out. Won't even let me know y'all out of here. Let me see who won that basketball game. I kind of like, I said to myself, I'm not going to watch the playoffs until it gets to the finals. I'm not going to watch till it get to the finals. So, New York, they're resting right now. Oh, it's tied 2-2. And the Thunder are up 69-58 over the Spurs. The series going on. Tied 2-2. I ain't know that. You like the sweater there, Tammy? Yeah, I ordered a sweater, man. I ordered a bunch of sweaters, a few months ago. And by the time they came by the time they were delivered, it wasn't really cold. It wasn't cold enough to really wear them. It's been kind of cool outside. Like right now, I can go outside and wear this tonight outside, and it'll be just right. But I decided I got like 5 different new sweaters I got, and I said I'm just gonna wear them the next year. I'm gonna wait the next fall, winter, and start wearing them. But I feel like I have advertisers on my show. Y'all might want to see me wear this again until like it gets cold. I need to start buying me some summertime shit. But in the summertime, all I wear is white t-shirts and shorts and shit when I step out, man. It be so hot down here in Texas. I don't really want to dress, at least I'm going out somewhere, and that's very rare that I go out somewhere these days. Pretty much the places I go out to is where I be hanging. I go to one of these bars up the street, you know what I'm saying, and I do my little hanging there. And if I go on a date or something, that's a different story. Which I have clothes for that. Appreciate you, Tammy. It's 9 o'clock, guys, Central Time here in Dallas, Texas. Your boy Cuddy J. We broadcasting live straight out of Dallas, Texas, man, a.k.a. Dollars. Text us. Everything big in Texas, they say. Yeah, I got some fly shit, man. I got some shit. See me, I like to order shit offline, or so I like to buy shit that I know I'm not gonna see nobody wearing it. Like I know nobody's not gonna have this shirt on. What that is right there. Nobody's gonna have this shirt on. Nobody's not gonna have the same pair of shoes I have. None of that. It's late like a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm not. See, I hate going to the mall and you buy that shoe that's on display in front of everybody to see, or that shirt, or that outfit that's hanging up on the wall. If you buy that outfit or those shoes, you're gonna see about 5 or 6 people with that same outfit or shoes on when you go out that night. So I learned a long time ago. I always been that guy that bought stuff that I knew nobody want to have. Nobody want to have the same shit I have. I do it on purpose. Now, if somebody had this shirt right here, it's because I told them the site to get it from. Or they might be just looking at the same site I have. Let me show you some shit right here. I got this sweater right here. Think outside the box. That little sweater right here. You see how that shit? Think outside the box. I also got this other sweater right here. Got the bare sleeve. I'm not gonna rock none of this shit to the winter time. Got that bitch feeling off. Y'all probably see me wore this one time. I think I wore this already. Like that shirt says, think outside the box. Think outside the box. And what's today? Tuesday, man. How was you guys' weekend, by the way? Y'all had a good weekend? Appreciate that, Tammy. The rise and fall of Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop. What I learned about this documentary, though, when a motherfucker is too smart for their own good, shit like that happens. When a motherfucker is too smart for their own good or think they just know too much than anybody, stuff like that end up happening. Gracias, Tammy. We already half an hour up into the show. No trolls been up in here today. Where my sports guys at? Y'all done talk? We can talk about sports. Where you guys at? Y'all want to talk about football and baseball? I knew it triggered you guys to talk about football. They see that Niners flag right there. They wanted to go straight to sports when they talk. When they see this channel, they think it's all about sports. And I got the hood shit right there, Boys in the Hood. I got Nas right there. I got the I Am Hip Hop canvas right there. You know, we talk about everything about here. Hood shit, movies, sports, music, entertainment, fashion. It's everything. We know we all over the place like bird shit. Let's get them lights up. He say, bang, bang, Seahawk game. Another show I've been tapped into, guys, lately. Another docu series I've been tapped in on Netflix. It's called My Worst Ex. Have y'all been checking out those documentaries called My Worst Ex? Crazy ass shit. I'm gonna tell you. The reason why I brought this up. Some of the most craziest people, man, or just weird people, they live out in Oregon and shit like that, or Washington State, or like in Maine, or some shit like that. They'd be like some of the most awkward, weird people, you know what I'm saying, that just got fucked up in their head. And I'm just going off observation now. I might be wrong about it. You might be from Portland, Oregon, or some shit like that, or Washington State. You might be okay. But from what I've been looking at, a lot of weird motherfuckers and weird things come out of their state. Those states, I should say. Motherfucking Oregon, Washington State, Maine. You got what else? You got what are the weird states? Idaho, just weird shit, go on. Colorado, Florida. Florida got some tripped out shit too, man. But Nature Boy, it was crazy during the pandemic. It was crazy because during the pandemic, I'll be on Instagram or I'll be on YouTube or whatever platform, and he'll pop up. And me not knowing what the fuck going on, I was just skimming right through it, didn't know what was going on the whole time. He doing a whole YouTube, Instagram live about what they showing on YouTube. And if I would have just been paying attention back then, I would have already been juiced what's going on. But then I seen they showed a part where he got the interview on Sinetta's channel on YouTube. That's when it hit me. I said, "This who this guy is." He also was on Jesse Lee Peterson's show. Let's run the lights up, guys. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Y'all hit that y'all sub to this channel, man. Let's run the lights up. Uh, also, yeah, I am on live right now. Feel free to donate to super chats or gifts if you want to. You know, I read your comment. You know what I'm saying? If you donate something, unless you're a moderator. Moderators, I'm gonna read they comment anyway. But you want to, you say something, you talk about something. You want me to talk about something? You talk about throw a donation out there. Except we ain't gonna talk about no gay stuff though. We ain't gonna talk about no gay shit. And I don't want to go politics. You have to keep it greasy. I'm assuming my brother probably going live right now, and Lisa's on his channel. I don't see my boy West Baltimore no more, man. West Baltimore don't really be tapping in no more like he used to. And if he do be tapping in, he don't never say nothing. He never said anything. Tammy laughing at me. I took a good ass nap today. I took a good ass nap. Um, I cooked earlier, ate, I laid on the couch, started looking at the documentary and dozed off a little bit. But you know how you be laying down, sleep, taking a nap, but you can still hear the TV on what's going on. It was kind of like one of those naps. I think I probably dozed. I probably took a nap. I probably dozed off around by 3 o'clock, 3:30, and I woke up around by 7. And some told me to just go and get up, man, before I fuck around. Cause I could have slept the whole fucking day. And I would have woke up around by 1 o'clock, 1:30, and I would have been up all night. So I said, let me get my butt up. I did want to do a show tonight, man. I want to just talk to you guys anyway, though. I be missing you guys sometimes. One thing about this live, though, man, which I never get bored, right? I'm not one of those guys who be like, oh, I'm bored, it's bored as fuck. One thing, I'm too old to get bored, and I know how to entertain myself. But let's just say I know one thing. I'm saying it to say this. I can start my live on YouTube, and it becomes one of the best moments throughout my day because I'm actually talking to people all across the world, and we talking about all type of shit, whether it's trolling or not trolling, and it feels good to talk to you guys. Sometimes, when I go 2 3 days without talking to you guys, I start missing y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Even the ones that's not moderators that be coming through here, they trolling or they back and forth with me. I miss you guys sometimes. But that's why I'm like, damn, I got to get on there tonight. I paused the documentary because I knew if I would have sit and tried to finish it off, it'd be tomorrow me talking about it instead of tonight. There she go, guys. Hey, Lisa in the cold train too. Lisa, I've been watching a wonderful documentary. I don't know if you been, I don't know. And guess what? You'll be able to watch it because it's on YouTube. Can I rap? Yeah, I can rap. Lisa, documentary we talking about the showrunner is the rise and fall of Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop. We talked about how on this how he started up this thing and what was the downfall of it. And I say his downfall of it is when he started disrespecting everybody and started thinking he bigger than the program and started calling himself God. You seen it, Lisa? Thank you, Jesus. I was hoping Lisa one. I was hoping Lisa one said, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't heard about it. I would have been like, fuck. Normally I be seeing shit. I said I wanted Lisa seeing this shit. And then I talk about the shit on the show, and she won't have no clue about it. I'm so happy she knew about this shit. So Lisa, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Lisa, tell me about what's your take on this show? Cause I got it paused right now. It's on part 42. I think it's about 10 more parts I gotta watch. But I had to pause it because I wanted to talk about it on the line tonight. And I've been watching it since yesterday morning at 10. I started back watching it this morning at 10. So I think I got 21 episodes out yesterday, and I got 21 episodes out today. And I'm gonna finish watching it when I'm done going live, cause I want to see how this shit turn out. So what you think about the whole deal, though, Lisa? What you think about it? You and Tammy, y'all both seen it. Everybody else seems to not know about it. Of course, Time knows about it. All my moderators, y'all know about it. Talk to me. What's your take on this? Lisa laughing at me. I would never follow a cult leader. Now, I don't mind watching documentaries about cults. You know, I watched David Koresh. I watched a couple of them. I watched the one about the guy that came from fucking India or some shit with the fucking funny shoes and shit. He had him out there way out there in Idaho somewhere. I watched a bunch of documentaries. But this documentary, this cult right here, this cult leader a little bit different. This is a black guy from Harlem, a hood dude at that, and intelligent. At first, he didn't come out to me as he was trying to be a cult leader, but it ended up being that way. And I think he's more like he started being on an ego trip. That's what I got out of it. He started ego tripping. P Diddy said, "Pull up to my party later." Tammy, you said you haven't watched it yet? Oh, you said you was talking about it. Okay, well, it's on YouTube, Tammy, so just type in The Rise and Fall of Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop. It's 50 some parts to it. It's like 20 some minutes each segment. So it's gonna take you about 2 days to watch it. I'm on day 2 right now, and I'm almost done, and it was 9:14. Time said I watched a documentary about Mississippi and how racist they are down there when they did not want to have the white and black prom together on HBO. Well, that's a documentary. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to just. I didn't mean to stray the come. I didn't mean to stray the conversation. The conversation to documentary. I was meant to say cult documentaries about cult leaders. I didn't. I knew if I just. I knew. I knew. I left that part out, the cult part, and I knew they were going to just get us talking about documentaries. But I meant to say I watched a bunch of cult documentaries. I don't want to talk about no racist stuff right now. I don't want to go there. Uh, I watched a lot of documentaries that deal with cult leaders. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Jim Jones. Yeah, when he started believing he was God and like started changing the name and shit. When he was Nature Boy, it was cool. When he was Nature Boy, he was fucking cool. And then he had changed his name to something else, Chief or some shit like that. Then he then did some other shit, then some other shit, then God, then P3. You know, all this shit right here. I'm like, I didn't like it, you know. But I watched the whole. It was funny though, watching the transition of people arriving there. You know how they looked before they got there, and how they started looking when they was there for a minute. A lot of them started losing weight. He had them believing that hey, you know, he had them eating fruit. He can't eat the other shit. He got mad at one girl because she had a waffle. Yeah, David Koresh was in Waco back in the early '90s. That's the first time I heard about a cult leader. Then they had the one out with the old guy that was out in Idaho. Another one that I watched. Matter of fact, Charlie Manson. Charles Manson, matter of fact, he's the first cult leader that I knew of. But it was David Koresh that was on TV when I was alive when that happened. You know, I was alive when that shit was going on when David Koresh came. He had everybody in Waco. The one in Idaho was about, matter of fact, what this shit called? Watch this. I'm gonna show you the one in Idaho. I'm gonna show you the one in Idaho. Look. There's so many of them. It's another documentary called Trust Me about a cult leader. Let me see what other things they got. It was in Nevada in Oregon. I think it was in Oregon. It had to be in Oregon. You motherfucking right. That's about it. Here we go right here. Yeah. Bagwin Sri Renish. Yeah. Yeah. Known as OSHA, was the Indian guru who led a massive and controversial commune in Central Oregon during the early 1980s. After purchasing 64,000 acres, Big Muddy Ranch in 1981, he and his thousands of red clothes followers attempted to build a utopian city called Radnishpuram in Wasco country, some shit like that. The experiment collapsed in 1985 under the weight of massive criminal conspiracies orchestrated by his inner circle, led primarily by his secretary Ma and Sheila. The sect was responsible for on this. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this matter of fact, let me pull it up right here for you. I got you time. This guy right here, this guy, and that lady. I just seen the Chad DeBelle shit out of Idaho. Yeah, Chad DeBelle in Idaho, but this guy right here is in Oregon. This is the one that's in Oregon. I said Idaho earlier, but I meant Oregon. But I just watched the one that's in. I know about the Chad guy. I don't know what he's talking about right there. I see time. I see why they call you time, man. You be right on time, man. You very knowledgeable about a lot of shit. That's why I love it when you in the chat time. I love it when time is in the chat because he be familiar with a lot of shit that I'm familiar with. And I don't know if we're the same age or not, but he tapped in though. Time is tapped in. I'm gonna have to have time. He said they all look. Lisa said they all look weird to me. You ain't lying, Lisa. Them some weird motherfuckers. I'm gonna have to have time on the. We got to go screen for screen one day, double screen. Uh, I'm gonna have to have time to be a co-host on here one day. If you're not afraid to show your face on screen. Yeah, them cult leaders, man. Uh, one thing about all the ladies, what they had in common on the rise and fall of Nature Boy, they all they lived by. They didn't have this. Well, two of them had two of the girls had kids they left behind, and a lot of people came and left. These two white girls came down there. One girl had came way from Canada and was down there to drew a lot of attention on them. When that white girl from Canada ended up down there, they put that missing milk carton out for her. See, all the fucking goddamn attention got on them. Then that's when they started getting attention on them. When they brought the white girl down there from Canada. Then another white girl popped up. They had kind of put another spark on him. But she stayed true to him, though. Even though she left, she still stayed true to him. She didn't bag talk him or say anything bad about him like everybody else was. Right on. Um, yeah, and then they were like, some of those girls, they said they came down there with STDs, and their whole purpose of leaving where he was at, cause I guess he had them feeling like he can get rid of the STD they had. When he was down there burning all of them, I heard through the grapevine, they said he was burning them. All right, Lisa, you have a safe trip. All right, see you when you get back. I'll be here. Yeah, that shit crazy, man. That shit was crazy. Like I said, time. I'm still not watching it. I got it on part. It's on part 42 right now, and I got a ways to go as far as finishing it. It might be what 3 o'clock tonight when I finish this shit. Probably later than that. It depends on what time I finish this live. I think I'm probably gonna go to about 10:30 or 11 o'clock with this live. I don't know. It depends on how the chat line is. If the chat line gets boring, you know I'll get out there bitch quick. Lisa said she'll be right back. So yeah, good documentary. I say it's a must watch. If you got time in your hand to watch it, you definitely gonna need time to watch it. You know, like if I'm glad that I had these 2 days to finish it off. You know, tomorrow I might don't. I got to start tapping into something else. You know, I got to get on the get go. Got to get back to the get go tomorrow. You talking about the documentary or just talking about in general? I was saying I'm gonna stay on the live as long as I could, as long as the chat going good and keeping me talking. I'm gonna stay on there. But once the chat line start getting weak and boring, then I gotta get off this thing. You know, like okay, nobody don't want to talk. Nobody's not asking me questions. Nobody ain't trying to. You know, ain't no trolls up in here. Something's not right. Oh yeah, most likely about that. The reason why this show right here got me tapped in though, that's why I've been watching it consistently for the last 2 days. Like I told you, I started watching it yesterday morning at 9:30. I never got up. Only time I got up out my recliner was to go use the bathroom, roll up another blunt, go get another beer or whatever the case may be. I stayed right there watching that goddamn show. It was what 2 o'clock last night. It was 2 o'clock last night when I stopped watching it. I was on episode 22. I woke up this morning and started back watching it again at episode 23. Now it's episode 42. That's how long I've been watching it. And I'm intrigued by it. I'm not going to lie. It got my attention. And it is put together so well. I'm pretty sure they never thought it was going to be a documentary about this. Him going live on Instagram, giving you all that footage from back then. And all of a sudden, 2026, they find the pieces to this shit, man, and put that. That's phenomenal, man. I like how people put the shit together, man. So like that's why you gotta document everything you can, man. You got some shit going, you got some motion going. If you got motion, you need to document everything you do, man. And I do that shit a lot. You know, I try to keep everything I do documented, man. And sometimes it can get overwhelming for the people that's around you because they're like, damn, you always got the camera out, or you always taking a picture or something like that. I have to, man. I'm a fucking goddamn YouTuber. I mean, it's part of my journey, my motion. You know, I guess I consider myself a public figure right now, because I'm on this motherfucker right here every day. You know. It's called. I'm gonna type it in for you. Go to YouTube and type this in right here. Uh, I, if I had to send it to you, if I had to send it to your email, shit, I will. I sure will. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can I got it right here. I'm gonna type it. You type in. If you type up what I'm typing right now, you gonna find it. It's gonna pull up. It's gonna pull up. Bam. Tell me, there you go right there. We ain't talking. She's talking about oh look, y'all talking about two different things right quick. Oh look, I seen a documentary about a woman. I got go live again. Oh yeah, I watched that documentary called "The Perfect Neighbor" with the white lady and shit. Yeah, I watched them right there. Tammy, she said she can't find it. I just typed it in for you, Tammy. Yeah, time. That shit right there, where they up in Florida, The Perfect Neighbor, man. That shit right there, it was a good documentary. That shit was sad though, man. Yeah, Tammy, you type that in right there, exactly like that. The rise and fall. Matter of fact, you just type in the rise and fall. Nature's gonna pop right up. You welcome now. You welcome. Yeah, you gonna fix you a drink on this one, Tammy. When you watch this, you might want to bring the bottle by you. You go bring the bottle by you. You smoke that weed, fire you one up, fire you a joint or some up. Yeah, it's one of them ones you said. I said that. I think I drank like I had four Bud Ice yesterday watching this motherfucker. I'm talking about it got so good, y'all. I switched to my laptop, placed my laptop right here on the table, turned my video game on, got me a couple games out the way on 2K, and watched it. I watched the documentary while I'm playing the video game. That's how in tune I was into the shit. I killed two birds with one stone. Let's run the lights up, guys. Time to kick back and family. I got to lock the kitchen. I had to make 30 lasagnas for tomorrow. Kick back. I'll be back. All right, that time. You do your thing, man. I appreciate you for tapping in, though. But like I said, I'm probably gonna be on for like another hour and a half. I mean, I'm gonna do a 2 hour. I'm at least for another hour anyway. So, like I said, the timeline get boring. You know what I'm saying? The chat line start getting boring on me. You know what I'm saying? I shut that bitch down. There you go. She said beer and cigarettes, or whatever. Yeah, you gonna have to. It's gonna be one to one right there. You are gonna tap into it. Yeah, that might be. You might want to start it out tonight. That might be the one to put you to sleep tonight, though. It might put you to sleep tonight. That YouTube not giving me no Q&A tonight. They normally give me Q&As. No, I don't want to start no goals. I like when it give me I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. I gave you my own. There we go. I'm sending myself gifts. I'm sending myself some gifts, y'all. Might as well hear shit. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Liven up the chat, y'all. Where everybody at, guys? Where we at? The chat got a little small there. Ain't anybody up. I know my girl Tammy up here. Where you new people at? You new people tapping in, say something. Stay where you from. What it do there? What it do? Raz. What's going on, Raz? Lovely lady. How you doing, ma'am? I'm only calling you a ma'am because that's a female profile. But from the looks of it, you like basketball. So you probably not a guy. Your name is Kobe is the GOAT. So you're a basketball fan. Okay. You found it? You found it? Tammy said she found it. I'm glad you found it, lady. Hell yeah. You got you something to watch though. You're gonna trip out. And you're gonna trip out, but you're gonna trip out on this one. I'm talking about it had me tuned in. It got me tuned in there. Like I said, I got the TV on pause. Cause when I'm done with this live, I'm gonna get back on it. Get back on it. Get back on it. Even though it's get down on it. Get down on it. Nah, 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 nah. Let's see what's going on in the news today. Get up beside everything. I flew dolo from state to state. And oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you guys remember back here in Texas, in the Dallas area last year, the kid Carmelo, high school student, stabbing one of the twin brothers in at a track meet last year. The trial has started today, by the way. The trial has started today of one of the twin brothers that got stabbed and died last year by the Carmelo student because they was bullying him. The trial started today. They graduated this past weekend, and the trial starts today, guys. Timmy said she'll be tapped in tomorrow. Somebody said Mayweather's Jewish best friend stole $175 million from him. That's wild. Blood member upset at Compton Rick Rock and Young F.A. Yeah, cause I got a YouTuber, man. I think he's cramping my style, man. He's mocking everything. He's doing his live just like I do my live. Except his lives are pretty much uh, his topics are pretty much the same topics every night. But he's watching. I think he's mimicking everything I do on my live. He's sitting on his couch. He doesn't have the good lighting like I do. But I'm starting to look at his thumbnails. He already above. Yeah. Did y'all see Ray J? Did y'all see Ray J have his first MMA fight, man? He get knocked smooth the fuck out. Did y'all watch that, man? AJ had his first MMA fight this past weekend, man. And I gotta say, man, like I said about anybody that gets in the ring, kudos and shout out kudos and shout out to anybody that gets in the ring, whether it's MMA, UFC, boxing, kickboxing. You got out there, man. You fought, and that's the thing about it. Nobody don't want to get out there in the ring and fight in front of a bunch of people because if you lose, you're gonna have a little shame on yourself. So I still salute Ray J for going out there fighting. Now, just because Ray J got knocked out don't mean he can't fight. Cause Ray J, I think the way he looked out there, he looked like he got some hands. But I think he should have got himself in a little bit more shape before he went out there. Vaccinator, hey man, love the channel so far. You got some really interesting takes. It's so inspiring to see an open and gay man here online speaking his truth. God bless you and good luck. And shout out to the vaccinator, man. hey, long as the fact I know he trolling like a mother. You say you don't like him at all? I forgot who I was talking about. Who you don't like? Tell me. I read this guy's chat, and I forgot who I was talking about. You talking about Floyd Mayweather? Who you talking about? Or Ray J? Or Ray J? You know what? He's a funny guy, man. I think if I was the, I can't see myself hanging around Ray J no more than an hour or two. I think I'd get irritated with him, and you probably try to think it'd be cool to be around him. I'll just go out and have some drinks. But it only will get worse because, he out in the public, he got drinks. You put him around females, they'll tell him what he might try to pull off. Other than that, man, I think he's a funny guy, man. But I get tired of his antics he always bringing in. He keep himself relevant though, man. I gotta salute him for that though. You being the guy, you know, anybody that's over 40 that been in the game for 20 years plus, 15 years plus, and you keeping yourself relevant, man. However, I salute that. And you a guy that's getting if you're a person that's getting into the game later in your life. Like some people career didn't start till they was in their 40s, like Monique. You know, people like that. She didn't start getting, well, I say late 30s. She started getting her little her start, but it didn't get big for her until she was in the 40s. So anybody, some people like that, man, keep me motivated, man. Like, hey, I got some years, man, to make some things happen. If I want to be, I might be in a movie one day. You never know. I might be in a movie one day. Be acting till I'm down there 90 years old like Morgan Freeman around this bitch. Let's run the lights up. For real, Tammy. I'll be that man playing. I'll be that man. That nigga still the same way he looked when he on his first movie. That came out 45 years ago. That shit right there crazy. That nigga Morgan Freeman ain't changed a bit. And nigga got the Benjamin Button case. By the way, it's a good movie too, man. Come on, Vaccinator, man. I thought you were gonna stay trolling or something, man. Or at least I thought you were gonna bring another troll up in this bitch. Bring another troll up in here. I like to hear these trolls talk. Ain't nobody going live tonight. Oh, we got one guy out here. Okay. I'm checking that out of YouTube live right now, see. Damn, this motherfucker way overseas with it. God damn. This shit wild, y'all. Summer rain. I've been waiting for you to step up in this thing. It's been 3 or 4 days since I called your name. I'm glad that you were here and you can share the thing. Yeah, I see you, yo. Rain, 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 yeah, you mother. I watched it on hey, Summer Love, welcome to the chat, baby. Uh, I watched it on YouTube on the Hood Horrors channel on YouTube. I got it on pause right now on part 42. I started watching it yesterday morning around about 9:30. And about 9:30 yesterday morning, I think I knocked out 22 episodes yesterday. I knocked out 22 episodes so far. Well, no, 21 actually. Or 20, I should say, because I'm on episode 42. I got it on pause. I got about 10, 15 more episodes. I'm going to finish out tonight. But yeah, hey, Summer Love, what you think about that shit, cuz? Yeah, I think episode 33 through 38, that shit got crazy, man. Matter of fact, I think even in the 20s, the parts in the 20s where he had them fighting and shit, they was all fighting and getting into it. Yeah, I think that shit was crazy. I'm at 42 right now. But hold up, Summer. You said they're night and day. You said the one on Hulu is different than the one that's on Hood Horrors. Are they told differently? What's up? Yeah, the passing the women around. See, that's when they kind of got strange with me when a motherfucker gonna tell me, hey, you can't be together no more. She's gonna get with him. I'm gonna get with her, and you gonna get with her. Hell, now, Elijah, what the fuck your name? I be damned, you gonna tell me who to get with. We gonna have to fight for this. We gonna have to fight about this, man. You ain't finna bully me. Now, I love the knowledge you kicking, and I love where you at with this shit, but you ain't finna be telling me what to do. And somebody he made the motherfucker lose weight. That shit was crazy. Yeah, the gay shit. Velvet tried to leave about 10 times. And she finally left. And she came back and she left again. She came back. Like, this shit was crazy, man. Oh, Hulu. See, I'm glad I'm watching on the Hood Horrors. Because this shit right here ain't watered down. This shit right here, rice and gravy right here, buddy. That thick rice and gravy right here with cornbread right here. The one on Hood Horrors. You know the Hood Horrors going to give it to you right. Yeah, Malaya almost died. You had one lady, she died in the tent. One lady, the lady, Mama, some whatever her name, Mama Medea or some shit like that. She died in the motherfucking tent. He told her to not. He told her she don't got to take her medicine. And shit, one girl said her STD was cured. Yeah, he made that shit. Hood, you talking about Hood Horrors, right? I like how Hood Horrors put this shit together. He got me tapped in. And everybody don't forget to hit that double tap for the light. Don't forget the double tap to hit that light. 10 more lights, guys. Hot Tammy said, give us 5 more lights. We on the 5. We small term goal right now. Small term goal. Yeah, that's what I know. I mean, I see his shit still going up. And that's what I be telling people, man. You only one, you a video away from 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 picking the lock, the YouTube lock. All it takes is one video, man, or one clip, man, to go viral. Which I ain't the type of I ain't trying to go viral, but all it takes is a big push to put you in that algorithm where people will be checking for you. That's all it takes. It's like you want people to be checking for your channel, and you want to be on the recommendation list. That's all it takes is just one. Like now, Hood Horrors, I'm subscribed to him now because I'm pretty sure he gonna have a lot of other things, or he has a lot of other things that he like. He has a lot of other things on his channel that I like. I mean to say, I'm pretty sure he got a bunch of other stuff on his channel, on that Hood Horrors that I'm gonna check out. All because he put the rise and fall of Nature Boy on his shit. That's all it takes. What it do, Mr. Quack? What's happening with it? Yeah, that tripped me out when Velvet ended up pregnant by Solar. I thought he was just fucking with her for like a little brief moment. I didn't even know they had her. I thought I was wondering where the other baby came from. And I was thinking to myself, is it Nature Boy's baby? Because I don't remember her getting pregnant again. Then I said, damn, Solar and then he ended up first Solar. He was fucking with the other girl. What's her name? Nefi or Nafia, Nafira, Nafiri, whatever her damn name. He was fucking with her at first. Then he started fucking with Velvet. I think he started fucking with Velvet because Nature Boy took 3 of his girls. Somebody took 3 of his girls and then gave them back to him. I know one thing, they was some fucking motherfuckers. I think I would have been laying it down every day to hell, shit, walking around there butt naked. Y'all, what blew my mind how they kept a nice ass Airbnb or a nice crib to stay in. They had a plused out crib over there, had laptops, computers, tablets. Everybody had a cell phone. These motherfuckers going live in prison over there overseas. They got their phones and shit in the jail cell. All that shit was crazy to me. They all were burning like a motherfucker. Hell yeah, they all was. Didn't even know they were burning. You see how they were losing weight? You see how they were losing weight? Hey, some love. You check my. You like the sweater? You like that? You check the sweater out. That bit player. You like that? You like that? That bit. You think about that summer love? Got the record player on my shit. Yeah, I bet it was. I bet it smelled bad in that crib though. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. They couldn't take no showers or nothing. They was jumping into that damn water, that waterfall and shit. But shit, I think I would have been like, fuck that shit. I don't got nothing against Babylon that bad. Well, I don't want to take no showers and shit. He said that Babylon. I'm glad there's 4 or 5 motherfuckers on here that knew about the documentary tonight. Cause I thought I was fixing to come into this live tonight and nobody said they seen it. Or somebody say, I haven't heard of it. So I'm glad that sometimes when I be coming up with topics, mostly when it's hip hop, I guess, people don't be familiar about what I'm talking about. I be doing stuff like that, man, to try to draw a different type of a crowd in. Whenever I'm doing something like I know every topic is not the same, so every show not gonna bring in the same people. That's why I do different type of shows, cause I be trying to have a diverse, balanced audience. You never know what you're gonna get. You don't know what I'm gonna bring to you guys tomorrow. You don't know what we're gonna talk about later on. You never know. Yeah, he still got 3 wives fighting for him right now on Instagram. Yup, the Aya girl, the Aya and Farrah, and what's the other chick now? I forgot her name. Is it Loca or Mocha or Loca or Polka or Roca? One had flew a drone to his goddamn cell that he was in the courthouse trying to smoke some drugs into the goddamn jail. Malaya still there. Malaya and Zoko and the Inferior girl. Yeah. I need to go to their Instagram page. Yeah, you hear me, y'all? Y'all hear me? I need to go to their Instagram page. And see what's going on with their ass. I generally can't wrap my what? Hey, they brainwashed and broken. And you heard that one part where dude try to explain what brainwash mean? Brainwash mean that you wash your brain. You mean when you wash your ass, you wash your leg, you wash your arms, you wash your brain. I mean you get in the dirt. He was trying to explain the term of brainwash for saying that we making the brainwash term a bad term when it's really a good term to be brainwashed. Man, get on with that. Get on with that. Right, crazy. But you know what though? They were broken before they went over there. At least for those females, most of those females was broken anyway in some kind of way. That's why they went over there. And them dudes, I think them dudes just had a change of mind. Like one of the dudes, he was in L.A. The dude, he was in L.A. hustling, hanging with gangbangers, selling drugs, partying on the scene and shit. He was outside, and overnight he tapped in. He had one dude. I guess he had enough money where he can fuck it off. He gave Cuz about 50 grand. He invested 50 grand into the plan, and ended up being one of the first ones to leave. Cause it started off, he was Key, Nature Boy, and the dude Malik. O'Malik. It was O'Malik, Key, and him. And then they end up. Everybody else started falling in. Yeah, he was brainwashed when he was saying that shit, Summer. Yeah, I think it was the one Key. Key gave him 200,000. Then he had to do Mike Brown, the pastor, sending him about 3 grand a month. You know what I'm saying? He was sending them 3 grand a month. They had cars and dirt bikes and shit like that, all that shit. He had somebody. Then he was getting. He had the barbershop. The barbershop in Atlanta was still getting ran by somebody. They were getting money from that. But I'm like, damn, this. He had a plan though, man. I just think his plan went crazy once he started trying to be a bully and shit, and started trying to think he God and shit. You know. But that's when I think he was still facing. He was dealing with hurt and pain that from his parents. His dad passed away. When he was around about 4 or 5 or something like that. He and his mom ended up getting on heroin, and that's when that's when CPS got into their life and took them away from their mom. And he's been on his life been on downhill from there. When the kids lose their mom at an early age or their parents at an early age, they gonna go through some shit. I mean, at least they got a good supporting cast. You know, that's why I think any kid, if anybody that like, don't let your family members go to a foster care, man. If you some kind of way that you can take care of, you can take your sister's kid or your brother's kid or cousin's kid, take them. Don't let them go to no foster care. Keep the kids in the family, man, because they gonna grow up being fucked up because they ain't gonna know these stuff. They're not gonna know these stuff. They're gonna be that weird kid in high school that nobody fucks with, because they're gonna be weird. Yeah, I think when he said he got mama issues and daddy issues. Yeah, he wasn't lying about that. That really was his problem right there. That's why he was talking to the women the way he did. That's why he had. I don't know how he just started. At first, he wasn't talking to the males like that. He wasn't talking to nobody crazy. But he wasn't talking to the males crazy until like episode 15, 16, or some shit like that. I remember when I seen everybody talking about it on Facebook, posting it on Facebook, saying, y'all, that Nature Boy, that new Nature Boy documentary is crazy. So I'm like, I've seen it about 3, 4 times. I'm like, the Nature Boy documentary. I'm thinking they talking about Ric Flair. Nature Boy Ric Flair from WWF, WWE, WCW, the wrestler. So I'm like, I just seen the Ric Flair documentary. I don't, what everybody talking about? And then I started seeing black women talk about it. So I'm like, this can't be the right Nature Boy they talking about. So when I seen what they were talking about, I like, oh, so I've been trying to tap into it for like 2 weeks now, and it finally came across on YouTube, and that's how I've been on it ever since. Thank you, Hood Harvest. Yup, the abused become the abuser. Yup. Yeah, that shit was funny. He said, I ain't there for no strawberry. They're right, the man. No, man. Yeah, that shit was crazy right there. And how he was telling them up, down, up, down. I'm like, yeah, he going too far right now with the bullshit. He going too far with the bullshit. He with the bullshit. Carry him up the stairs and all that. He started getting out of line. I'm talking about he just started going too far with it. Like, come on, dude, you getting out of hand with it now though. It got to a point where I was like, this shit can't be real. It can't be real. And that shit was real, man. He's sitting up in the courthouse. He in the courthouse, right, want to get rid of his attorney. He telling the judge, hey, I want to get rid of my attorney. And then she gave him, she said, okay, if you get rid of your attorney, you're gonna have to you can't change your attorney. You either get rid of him or you can take control yourself or keep him. And I guess they had a little recess. He came to a conclusion, I'm gonna keep my attorney. Because it wasn't gonna look good for him. He's sitting there trying to, he's sitting there arguing with the judge. What up, chat? They run the lights up, guys. They get the lights up. They get the lights up. The trolls don't even like coming up in here no more, man. They say my moderators are hell. They say, hell, man. Your moderators hell, man. He should have took them 7 years. He would have been what? He'll be 50, he'll be 50, 52, 51 when he get out. Now he got life. See, I ain't got to that part yet, Summer Love, but it's all good. I'm already seeing where it's going anyway. But I'm on episode 42. I'm already seeing where it's headed to. But so you ain't really gave up the story. I already knew he was going to jail. But it was already saying this is gonna be the last time he go to jail and for the and don't come home. They was saying that shit on episode 30, episode 29. That's one thing about it. When you try to beat the judge, you go against the judge, you get a judge an opportunity to put whatever number they want to put on there. Like they just said, you got a case going on. You're going on these arraignments. You want to, and they offer you 4 years. You say, "No, I want to go to trial with it." Now, one thing about nobody don't want to go to trial though because it costs money to go to trial. But if you lose that case, that judge gonna throw whatever number they want to throw on there. It could be 80 years for a 4 year sentence you could have did, and they're gonna put 80 years on that shit just because you waste their time going to trial. Ryan Cox, greatest hip hop artist of all time, Tupac, Amir Shakur, because of his lyrics. So what made you just come in here and just start talking about Tupac? Hey Ryan, when you just came in here and just started talking about rap music, it's like, what made him come in here and just start talking about it? He just came into the conversation, greatest artist, and we always had this conversation every time with somebody, man. They come in with the rap shit, man. If that's your favorite rapper, man, the greatest rapper of all time, cool, man. I'm finna argue with you on that, man. Everybody like Tupac, man. Uh, yeah, everybody got their favorite, man. It's cool. I mean, you not finna sit up there and go back and forth on who's. Oh, okay, my bad, Ryan. My bad. But even the last time though, like I still stand on my coat, on who I am, who I like the most in rap and hip hop. And Tupac, he's in there somewhere, but he's just not. He was good though. He don't got no bad music, man. He, you can jam Tupac. I can jam Tupac every day, all day, but he just yeah. Danielle Berry say, "Hey, Summer, damn Danielle, you come in here. Daniel come in here and he speak to Summer. He don't even speak to the host of the show. That's crazy. You see that, y'all? You see, good Daniel come in here. He don't even speak to the host of the show. He goes straight to speak to Summer Love. Y'all must be know each other or something. They must be Summer boyfriend. Good came in here and said, hey y'all, happy Tuesday. Hey Summer. He didn't say hey Cuddy and hey everybody else. He said, hey everybody and hi Summer. This nigga didn't say he didn't come in here or whoever it is. They didn't come in here and say what's up Kickback, what's up Cuddy. They said what's up Summer. Wow. Oh, let me see if I'm gonna block this nigga. Nah, you good, Ryan, man. I ain't tripping, man. We were talking about the documentary, man. It's on Hulu and on YouTube, which I prefer you watch it on YouTube. It's called The Rise and Fall of Nature Boy, Eligio Bishop. It's about the guy that had started a little cult in Central America in Mexico. He started trial in 2024. Yes, I'm on episode 42 right now. I got it. I actually have it paused right now on the TV. I know who Young Pharaoh is. Yeah, I've been knowing about Young Pharaoh, man, for about 9 years. Young Pharaoh he be on the Star Report. You know, that's when I discovered Young Pharaoh on the Star Report. And who else? Young Pharaoh, I think on Queens Flip. You know, I'm tapped in all that shit on the East Coast. But but that's how I discovered. I was saying earlier something. That's how I discovered who Nature Boy was through Young Pharaoh when he was on Sinetta's channel years back. But I wasn't familiar. I wasn't sure who he was. I just knew who Young Pharaoh was, and Young Pharaoh got mad. I remember that episode when Young Pharaoh got mad because he took his interview, and so yeah, he gonna do one on Young Pharaoh. What? Why he gonna do one on Young Pharaoh? What Young Pharaoh got going on? Yeah, I knew about Young Pharaoh, man. Yeah, that dude right there, Ryan. The dude that got his out there in the jungle, man, in nature, man. He just got his head got too big for him, though, man. Like, he had a good message at first, and it seemed like it was something cool at first. But shit, he just got his head got too big, man, and he got too smart for his own good and became a bully. When he started taking his name and shit like that and started, doing crazy other shit, swapping out wives and telling niggas you gonna fuck with her now, she's gonna fuck with him. No, man, that shit was getting crazy. At first, I thought Young Pharaoh was doing a lot of hating. Well, he was hating on Cuz. Because he was really, because that first time Young Pharaoh had that interview on Netta, he felt played behind how Nature Boy took his interview, took over the interview. And he been hating on Cuz ever since. But I knew about Young Pharaoh, though. Yeah, he one of the more conscious guys. Uh, I tap into them woke niggas, you know what I'm saying, for a little bit, man. Them niggas, sometimes they be getting too woke. I tap into some of them woke niggas, sometimes, what's his name, a nigga, Brother Polite, them niggas like that, Blue Pill, Red Pill, niggas like that, Side Netter. A couple niggas I be tapping into, man. I be on this YouTube shit, man. Like I said, I be everywhere. I'm tapped in on the east, the west, the south, the midwest, wherever. I'm on my algorithm sold well on my YouTube, so I watch Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse young Pharaoh been on Jesse Lee Peterson before. Uh, shit, like I'm linked to a lot of channels. That's why I be happy when I bring up certain shit and y'all be aware of it. Cause I be going into the show like I'm finna talk about some shit only about 2 or 3 people know about on my fucking live. Yeah, Pop. Hey, and Ryan Cox. I'm glad you said that, man. I was thinking to myself today. Power. Nobody can. Everybody can't have power. Matter of fact, nobody can have power. Power is a fucking disease that'll make you crash. Eventually, you're gonna crash if you got power. Power is dangerous. Having power is one of the most dangerous things you ever have. Like you see these people at a workplace, right? And how they become, how they be when they just like a regular person. Let's say, for example, you work in a restaurant. Uh, you see how people personality and ego is as they just say they are hostess, and then they move from hostess to a server, and then they move to the from server to a bartender. Then once they become a bartender, their ego go up. They get a big ego and shit. They start thinking they the shit and they run shit and they tough and all that right there. Then they get that ego. Then when they get promoted to manager, it's a whole other trip. It's a whole different type of power trip then. But first of all, you got I seen a lot of people get moved up from server to the bar and how their ego and their mind flipped and tripped once they became bartenders. I sat in like me being in the restaurant industry for years. I watched how servers become bartenders and their whole ego and their mind frame changes. The way they talk, the way they walk around, and everything changes. And like when I like, and then I watch them become managers, how their attitude change, and I just can't do that. Power is a dangerous thing. Hey Ryan, yeah, I'll be here for about another 30, 40 minutes, man. Yeah, I'm still here, man. I still got some juice on my phone, so yeah. I'm gonna be here for a minute. I know Lisa said she's coming back. Tom said he's coming back. We in this bitch, you heard me? I gotta use the bathroom though. Yeah, man. What other news we had going on, man? I think I probably covered it last time. Max B going in about Big Daddy Kane. I think there was some crazy shit too. But yeah. Oh, Lisa's back, y'all. We've been waiting on you. We were still talking about we talked about man, what we were talking about. We talked about being a coach, being we pretty much were talking about the documentary and other shit, What else did we touch on? Uh having power, how you can have power and power is a dangerous thing to have. Um money can be dangerous. Uh but power is real dangerous. You give anybody power. and see how and let them and just get somebody a bag of power, got a bag of powder, get somebody some power, and let them run free with their power and watch what happens. But don't say nothing to them either. Just get somebody a, a purse for the power or a gallon of power and watch how they work that shit and watch what happens. And watch what they end up doing. Watch what they become. Yeah, I seen the Thunder won. The Thunder had them. It was up 69-58 at halftime. Yeah, power is a dangerous thing to have. I mean, I seen even and like I think people they try to think that people think they have power based off titles too. Though, like I've seen peons, coming to a workplace. And when they first there, they this innocent peon person, and then after being there for a while, they get comfortable with the people there, and they get a little, pep in their step, and then they get promoted to a certain position, for let's say a bartender or a manager, and they become their attitude change, their ego change. I've seen that happen a lot in my me as a person that worked in the restaurant industry. I watch male and female get promoted from a server position to a bartender position, and their ego and their attitude change, and they start being a little bit more cocky, and they get a little bit more attitude in them and shit, opposed to how they were when they were just a server. And I be knowing that. See, the thing about it with me though, I be knowing when people gonna change. I know when people gonna change, and I know when they be faking the shit, or pretending. You know what I'm saying? I be watching this shit from afar. And like I said, I've been doing this shit since I was 17, so it ain't a person that I ain't never seen before. Like I was telling my coworkers who I like to work with, because I don't work at the same place no more. I was telling them, I told my managers before, I met 5 managers like you in my career. Matter of fact, 10. I've been around 10 different managers just like you. I met you before. Not you, but I met somebody with the same type of emotion and attitude and theory that you have. Same thing with the hostess. Same thing with a cook, a bartender, a server, somebody who got promoted to the bar. I met them people before. I already know how their head going. I already know where their personality is at, how they mind thinking. They think most places of bartenders they think they better than everybody. I know. I'm a bartender. I don't think I'm better than nobody. I'm the same person regardless. But I watch other people. I watch other people ego changes once they got promoted to a different position. If you think about it, me, I'm the same nigga regardless. And like I don't even look at I don't care about what my position is or whatever. I'm still me because I'm who I am because I'm who I am. Like like this is who I am without the title or whatever. This is my personality, and nobody ain't gonna be put no power over me just because they in a certain position. Which goes back to Eligio Bishop. Eligio, once he started getting more women that was coming to the island or wherever they was at, they wanted to be with him. It made him seem like he felt like, okay, I'm the teacher, and the only way this is what he was telling the girls. You need to get closer to me because you'll get the knowledge better because I'm the one doing the teaching. If you don't follow me, you're gonna get behind. So he was like telling the girls that you'll do better just getting with me than being with him. See, I couldn't. That's what I couldn't deal with. He would have been sending me back to Babylon or whatever the fuck you want to call this. I wouldn't have lasted over there because once we got to that disrespectful shit, or you telling me who I should be with and who should be with me, that wasn't gonna happen though. That wasn't gonna happen. You would have had to send me back, nigga. I would have been back here in Dallas. Matter of fact, I wouldn't have went there no way. Yeah, being the leader of a country, power trip, teachers, managers, power trips. People gonna need power trips and shit just because they feel like they tired of hiring you. higher than yours. I tell people like this, man, in real life, nigga, I don't care what your title is, nigga. I'm 48 years old. And I got kids. I'm a father. I'm a man first. You ain't finna try to bully me and try to think like you got, I respect your position and who you are, but don't try to utilize that shit to try to make me look down on me. Cause I can try, I can change from being an employee to just a regular guy, a man to man talk real quick. They would have to tell my old coworkers. I said, hey, uh, I know we're in a comfort zone, comfort environment and shit where, people don't expect nothing to happen to them. But at the end of the day, I'm a man first. I can always go find another job though. Y'all disrespect me, man. I'm gonna punch you in your face. Or you a female, you talking that bullshit. I'm gonna have a little homegirl of mine waiting on your ass when you get out of work to beat your ass. I used to be on that type of shit at work. I'm still am like that when it come to work. If you my coworker, don't think just because we at work, nigga, I ain't gonna let you. You ain't gonna disrespect me nowhere. When you got low self-esteem, it's good to have a support system too, because I think they wanted to just belong. So that's hey, and that is true. That's what it came down to. They just wanted to be. They was looking for. They were searching for validation. They wasn't getting validation wherever they came from. You heard one of the girls' sister was saying, you going back home where nobody don't look up to you and pay no attention to you. Over here, you're getting all the attention. You're getting treated like a queen. At some point, you was. You feel validated over there, and I know a lot of people still. It's like you see these grown folks, right, still searching for that popularity they didn't have back in high school. Like it's like you got grown adults around here that still searching for popularity. Like hey, look at me, guys. Hey, look at me. Look what I'm doing, guys. Hey, everybody, look at me. They want to get validated, and they gonna do whatever they can do to put their attention. They want their attention on them. Stop trying to draw attention, nigga. Just be the attention. There's a difference between drawing attention and just being the attention without even barking. People are doing whatever they can to have some type of light on them. That one girl dad was trying to come get her. Velvet dad was trying his best to come get her. But you see how it turned out Velvet dad was kind of like, he kind of seemed kind of soft to me. At first he seemed like he was strong, going steady, but he kind of seemed like a soft person at the end. Then he the one who really kind of put the pressure on him. That shit was wild though, man. That shit was wild. Yeah, you gotta be yourself, shit. And guess what? I want people to be themselves when they're around me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to try to pretend they somebody else, man, just because they hanging around me. If you a goofy person, man, be goofy. Hey, don't try to hide your goofiness because you're around me. Try to be extra cool and all that shit like that. No. Let me go turn this. I gotta turn this. Let me warm this food up. That way, when I'm done with this live, my shit'll be hot. Shit. Yep, yep. That stressed him out, man. Imagine being I should have killed me, man. One of my daughters, man, even or my son. Any one of my kids go follow some dude, man, to fucking to the jungle and shit and try to live their life, and I've been there all that. I wasted my time being a parent. I feel like for you to go run and follow some nigga thinking he God. But everybody had a reason why they went over there. And it wasn't a good reason. Like some had STDs, some had mama and daddy issues, some didn't have nobody, some were looking for validation. Some people just wanted to escape the United States. I didn't know Velvet. I thought the whole time I must doze off. I must slept a little bit through that part where she ended up getting pregnant by Solar. I thought he just slipped in and just became, played house with her, you know what I'm saying, for a minute, and they had like a 6 month stint and they broke up. I didn't know the other kid was his. I thought it was both nature boys. But I seen her on live. I seen her on Instagram. I seen Velvet on Instagram. She got a third baby now. Velvet has a third baby now. She had a baby. She had the baby. Well, it was a picture of her when she was pregnant. She probably had the baby by now. But she got another baby right now. She got 3 kids now. Earlier, I'm like, I wonder what the Instagram is. I want to go find them on Instagram. And then when they went back to Atlanta, they got that nice house. They were fine with staying at the house. They didn't want to get out the house. They didn't want to go nowhere. I think he took them out a few times. They kept on getting denied to go in certain clubs and certain venues. People didn't want to have them up in there. I felt that was dead. They were dead wrong for that too, though. Okay, the third. Was she from New Orleans? She was from New Orleans, right? I think she's from New Orleans. The third father's a rapper from her hometown. Summer Love, you must follow them on Instagram. What's their Instagram, Summer Love? Summer Love, she tapped in. Yeah, I thought she was from New Orleans. I can tell how her dad was talking. Kind of windy outside. It's been raining all week. It's been raining every day this week. It's windy out there now. Oh, okay then. Yeah, I seen a picture of her on Instagram. Cause I got on Instagram last night typing in certain shit when they was going live on Instagram and shit, and she go up under a different name now. And I was seeing, yeah, she got a weight, she got a little bit of weight on her now, not weight like not fat weight, but she ain't. You couldn't see her, you couldn't count her bones and shit. You can see her damn collarbone and shit on the fucking goddamn documentary. All them collarbone was showing and shit. They fucking bones and shit right here. You can count the ribs. It was bones. It was bones being shown that you don't supposed to see. That's how much weight they were losing sitting on their goddamn island or wherever the fuck they was at. I would have got pissed off here because I would have been wanting me some beef tips and rice by then. Shit, eating on fucking fruit all fucking day and shit. Can't have no waffle. Fuck wrong with them? This nigga eating big ass waffles and shit. Yeah, guys. What I said, 10:30, 11, guys. For eating the fucking waffle, and the whole time this nigga here in the back, here in the cut eating waffles and shit. With a big ass bowl of syrup on top of the big ass waffle. That bitch look fluffy as hell too. Shit crazy, man. That's why they were losing weight, man. They had when the G69 died, whatever they call that shit. G6 died, or whatever they call it died. They said, you want to lose weight? Shit, go to carbonation. Carbonation gonna have you lose some weight. Cut all the carbs. Shit. Fuck around hell. Got me fucked up. Eating leaves and berries. Hell yeah. Leaves, berries, drinking coconuts out the coconut and shit. Yeah. Now it was like later on in episode 20 when they started drinking alcohol. At first I didn't see no alcohol in the documentary. No, they were drinking water, coconut water, and juices. And then I started seeing wine, Douce, other shit. You know, I'm like, oh damn, they drinking now. I was tripping out there for a while. I said, how many black girls stay in one spot? Ain't nobody had a fight yet. I said, this shit gotta be scripted, man. And neither one of them chicks ain't fought each other yet. But shit, right around by episode 20 something, they started fighting. That shit was crazy. I think one of them girls had hit somebody with a stick or something. I was dozing out when I had seen that part. I didn't catch all of it. Yeah, Lisa, we way deep, man. Summer Love, you know, we be in this shit. We be trying to get deeply rooted with this shit, you know, that way we have all the information. But yeah, we like I said, I got it paused right now. I'm on episode 42. And I think they said it's 52 parts to this thing. I'm on part 42. Cause I said I wasn't gonna do I wasn't gonna do a live about it until I finished it. And I seen I had ways to go, and I started missing you guys, and I wanted to talk to you guys tonight. So I said, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna talk about where we at right now with it. You know, it's obvious what's going on and what's going to end up anyway. But I think all the good part, as far as them being in the jungle and all that shit right there, and all the other bullshit going on, all that's done. Right now, they doing the trial right now. And what goes on after that between the trial and between 42 and whenever it ends, I don't know yet. Don't tell me yet, Summer Love. I like to be shocked. Yeah, Lisa, you gotta get to the nitty gritty, Lisa. I'm talking about shit. You gotta get to the nitty gritty. You gotta get to the nitty gritty. Yeah, Lisa, that's why I'm like, shit. I was just happy. Lisa, I'm happy you know about it and you watch some of it. That way you have some type of idea what I'm talking about. Cause I know I can probably be a little bit. Sometimes I'll be talking about shit Lisa ain't never heard. Or I expect Lisa to be knowing about it or tapped in about it, and she don't. And then I told myself, from now on out, I'm gonna start tagging Lisa on shit. That way she'll know about certain stuff when I bring it up, cause she'll have been tapped in on it already. Somebody had just sent me the shit about Wiz Khalifa, you know, being banned from. He's gonna get arrested in Romania for smoking weed. I said I talked about that shit 7 months ago on here. Y'all remember that shit? I talked about the Wiz Khalifa shit 7 months on here, and now they bringing it back up like it's news. I'm like, I talked about that shit already. Where y'all be at? Somebody had sent me the shit, and I had to remind my homegirl, hey, I talked about this shit already 7 months ago, and I tagged her on Facebook to let her know, hey, I already talked about this. Y'all just not getting this. Like some people, they algorithm too slow. Like they get shit that, like I hate when people post a video like it's new and that shit 4 years ago. That shit's from the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? They still got the mask on and shit, man. Give me some new shit. Ryan Cox, welcome back, man. Ryan's back in this thing. Yeah, I like him. I'm trying to be exclusive. I try to be exclusive as I can, man. Like if the news is kind of like if it's after a couple of days, I don't want to talk about it if it's there because everybody already talked about it. And if it's intriguing to me, and I end up watching it and getting to it, of course I'm gonna share it with y'all or whatever. Kind of like the documentary. I should have watched this shit 2 weeks ago, but I like to come with the exclusive shit. Like breaking news, shit is just thick in the algorithm. I don't want to talk about no shit that's kind of like it's thin, and not too many people can talk about it. Now I know sometimes with the Shreveport news, that might be thin for y'all because y'all not from around this way. Some news from Shreveport do hit airwaves, kind of like the guy that killed all his kids. Now I knew everybody, the whole world knew about that. But like news like this shit right here, the Nature Boy shit, everybody's talking about that. Everybody. I was telling my homeboy today, he was over here and he was watching it. He was watching it with me. He was like, "Man, what the hell you watching?" I said, "You don't know about this shit?" I said, "Your girl, I know your girl watching this shit. All the fucking females watching this shit." I said, "Yeah, everybody talking about this shit, man. It's all on the timeline on Facebook." I won't say he owned the early 2010. I won't say that. He was hot. I would say he was hot. I ain't gonna say he owned it because I mean, and that depends. That's subjective. It depends on where you live at and all that too. Because we really want. I mean, like me, I bump Wiz from a hip hop perspective. I bump him by myself. But me and my homeboys, we ain't bumping Wiz like that. The blue and yellow was hard. Blue, black and yellow, black and yellow, black. That was cool right there. But we really just went on the Taylor game. It was alright. Chevy Woods in, but nah, man. I was still tapping into my normals during that time right there, 2010. But he was hot then. I think he's hot now. His last album he came out with, I bumped the hell out that bitch for about a month. So yeah, I agree. He wasn't running shit though. Oh man, I think that's all we're gonna probably give them the likes tonight, guys. Shit, I'm about to wrap it up, man, and wrap this up, man, and get back to the documentary, man. That way my night can be short. I'm not trying to be up all night like I was last night. I got some things I gotta do tomorrow, man. I gotta be productive tomorrow. But like I said, I appreciate you guys for tapping in tonight. It was nice chatting with you guys. I know Ryan and Lisa just came back, but yeah, it was nice chatting with you guys tonight, man. Shout out to my moderators, man. Shout out to Ryan, everybody that tapped in tonight, man. Your boy Cuddy J, broadcasting live out of Dallas, Texas, aka Dallas, Texas, the Key Black Network. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, you know what I'm saying, or tomorrow evening, you never know with me. I got a lot of time in my hand right now. Tammy, I see you still here, baby. I thought you were gone. I ain't know. But hey, everybody, I love y'all, man. Your boy Cuddy J. I see you manana. Don't slip on that banana. I'm not like a fat kid in dodgeball, and I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.